So welcome back. So we were there in the precision of the decimal points. So basically I'm trying to say that if you have a number, don't worry, I'll explain everything in detail. A number like 0.322222 like this. But you want to print something like 0.323232 like just want to print x amount after decimal. This can be done using let me show you. If this one is 9.6.32, what I can do is I can say 0.1 f. It basically means after decimal just print one character. Just let wq save. Don't worry about this vim thing, just same thing, not a problem. You can see it's 96.3. You can say it here. I'm telling out here 96.3 after decimal, just one. So just so you again, you can just play with it. You have a bigger numbers, you can have bigger numbers here. Then we can say like till 4. Then we can save wq and run this command and this command. You can say 96.3200. Okay, four characters after the decimal. So the other things also that I find out is let's try this one. I think it's sort here. Then let's just insert some big value. Let's see what does 3D does. You just see. And okay, first compilation need to be happen. But it's sorted. It's my mistake, not a problem. We can just always go to vim and say I want to be normal int and then just save and run the code and first compilation, then running the execution file, executable file. So this time you can see 96.1212 and there's no some difference. Okay, 3D 96.1212. Okay, so what are they basically trying to tell in this book? Let's just read. So there are a couple of problems that within the temperature conversion problem. The simpler one is that output isn't pretty because numbers are not right justified. This is physical argument each printer statement with number of printed to right justified in the fields. Okay, 3D basically means it's shifted or what? Okay, let's just wq and compile, execute. Maybe some extra space. No. How? Insert and wq and compile, execute. No, that's not the thing. 3D 60. Okay. We will see. We can just check out on internet. Not a big deal. Say, could say percentage 3D printf and see something Google will found. See. Okay. 3D is print argument decimal with 3 digits. Okay. And I have a number bigger than 3 digits. Let's just click on this Stack Overflow. This is true programming. You can always look. Use at least 3 spaces to display. Padding as needed. D is a variable integer. Take minimum 3 spaces. Okay, and the program satisfies print decimal at 3 digits. Okay, 3D. If x 1 to 3 per, it will print 1 to 3 per. It's 1 to 3, 1 to 3. It's 1 2. Okay, it's less than then. Okay, I not here in the terminal itself. Clear. Let me just show it the VS code. And then till then let's cut this. No need. Right. So let's wait. So here 3D basically means at least 3 digit need to be there, the width. So if we take any number smaller than 3, we're gonna have 096 or a space 96. Let's just check. I can just I think so. It's these will be the terminal. Oh, this all reminders, bunch of reminders. This one. Then do I have it? PORG1. You can see that before there is some space. Do I have given that it here? No. So definitely here is something. Because 3, I can just put 6 here and see, confirm it. 3 and save and compile executable file, and you can also understand there's a 6 digit space. So this book is great. I know it's very deep, so let's just keep moving. So you have seen this 3F and 6.1F, basically meaning let's just why not code. Okay, so if we just type 3.4F insert let's get into this program specifically, this friend SLCS. You can say ls cd variables cd not vim variables. Okay, vim capital V enter, what the heck, wc vim b tab, then enter. So don't worry about those things, that's just way how we can use vim. So they're now doing one thing is using floats for the Fahrenheit Celsius. That is because it's the most true thing, because thing in nature appear in decimal. So first insert, and you can just change this float. You can always could do one thing. You just run these commands in your terminal or online compiler or anything. You can just go and download GCC different things in Windows and configure it. You always find some internet videos for that thing. Online compiler is there to start. So first thing is that not D will not work because they're float. It should be F. So first F should be there, and then F here. Let's just see what is this does. You can say G. We have the command, I think, so we can just go back a little bit earlier. Okay, here. Now we can just save, run this executable. Now you can see this all values are now in a decimal, because you can see it's 0.00017.7779. So if we now get inside this file and do whatever the book says, it's just 3. Let's just let me show you 0.5. What does it does? Like, and here 0.5. What does this? 0.5. This basically means after decimal, just take one extra digit to print. WQ, save, compile, and execute. You see, okay. What did I do? Mistake? Did I do any mistake? Let me check. 0.5 F Fahrenheit Celsius. F.5. Nothing. Okay, what this thing? Its float values are 0.5. Okay, it's right. It's not wrong. I can just print smaller values to check whether it's not working, because 0.5 is already occurring default. I think so. WQ and run. compile and executable. You can see, so after every decimal digit, after the digit there's just one digit, just because we included 0.1f. Now let's go for 3.0 and 6.1f, what that's saying. So for 3.1, 3 insert 3.1f and 6.1f. Even if you're using Windows, let me give you the how you're gonna run the command. There are some compilers named GCC. You're gonna go and download those, and you download VS Code, and you look for internet for how to set up VS Code for using GCC. There's a MinGW and GCC things. You can look how to run. Just these things are used to run on Windows. You can always also configure this first time for use C. So you can go on internet and says, how do I set up C with VS Code in Windows. So you can just you can see get started with C++ with MinGW Windows 64 in VS Code. This will also help you, and you can also go for videos, and there are a bunch of videos to help you. Even if this have videos and way how can work with it. So configure it for your Windows. For Linux users, you guys are benefited, got gifted. So let's get back. So what does this thing does? Just save and run. WQ and first compile. Then we have executable and the executable. And what do we have it here? Every 1.15. That's the thing confirm. And you just can see there is a one extra in everywhere. I think so. Not one. It's 4. I think so. 1, 2. Not even 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And so what is the 6 1.1f now? So WQ and Vim. That's okay. Q. What's this thing? Q, and then let's compile again. Executable file. So you can see this just says takes 6 spaces definitely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the thing. For here it's 3. That's the definitely, like we can check if we want. This is much same as before. We expect the final answers are declared float, but the formula for conversion written here, and in arithmetic and operators comparison. And okay, they're telling out here the print conversion specification 3.0 says that floating point number here for should printed at least 3 characters wide. That's the thing, at least 3 characters wide. The floating point number is to be printed at least 3 characters wide. You can see that in the first one itself, 0.0, and no fraction digits. Well, just because it's here mentioned the 0.0f, I'm telling out this one here. Or if I can highlight text, I'm telling over here. Okay, highlight. So it's just image, I think so. So don't worry. 3.05f, 6.1f, and describes another number that will be printed at least 6 characters wide. At least 6 characters wide, I think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, it means total. So that you understand it, and now I think so. So they also mention other ways, like this is print a decimal integer, print a decimal at least 6 character wide, print a floating point number, print a floating point number at least 6 character wides, print a floating number 2 characters after decimal point, prints a floating number at least 6 wide and 2 after decimal point. This definition is good. So let me just write that into the program for further purpose. We can just check it here. If you save it here, for you guys also can. I can also give this codes. So this %d is printing decimal, printing as decimal integer, decimal integer. Now I'd like to show you some Raylib thing. Deci, deci. Just don't care about what I'm writing. Just store integer or server at least 6 characters wide, 6 char wide. And then for the f it's float, then it's 0.2f. After decimal point we have two digits, and last one is 6.2f. 6.2f means, okay, 6.2f means the floating point number is 6 character wide, including the digits in the left and right both, and this is the date also. Floating point is 6 character wide with two numbers after decimal. Okay, so we can now just save it, and then we can just no need to run because comment. So for statement, so this basically book is first going through all these things like introduction, then going into one by one. So we can just directly look into starting thing. So let me just go to the index, and if we are correct, it's just first going through all of those like variables, for statement. So why to confuse you, let's just get to 35. Say let's go to 30, then we can scroll up to there. 35, I think so. We are here. 35, 17. Okay, still on 17 to go a long way. 29, 31, 32, 34, 35, 30. Okay.